Hello, happy you're here. I totally meant to go at least curl my eyelashes before I started this vlog. Whoops. Guys, let me just take a second to talk about the weather. Yesterday we had a big snowstorm. The kids loved it. They went out and played in it, had a wonderful time. And this is the state of my back porch at the moment after it snowed. Rain. Like Dave and I were up last night watching TV and the rain was so loud, we could hardly hear it. So I was like, oh man, maybe it'll help melt it. Look how much snow is on my back porch. And yes, it is softball season. Tryouts start tomorrow. You know what's difficult to do? Is to judge an outdoor sport in an inside location. So we have to go to the gym and we have to share the gym with lacrosse. So the lacrosse has an outdoor turf. So usually at this time, we just have to share the gym with baseball so we get a nice big pocket of time. And lacrosse, no matter the weather, is able to use the turf as long as it's not covered in snow, which it is. So we have like super shortened amount of time. There's gonna be a lot of girls coming out this year, more than I've ever had since I've taken over the program. And we've gotta fit them in a small gym with a small amount of time. And it's an outdoor sport that requires a lot of vertical for like pop flies and stuff, so it's hard to judge those things. So hopefully by the end of the week we can get out on the turf and it can be cleared off for anything, literally anything. I'll take any amount of time outside. I'll go and shovel the entire field myself if it means we can get outside. So I'm a little frustrated at the weather. The kids love it though, but I think it's meant to be in like the 40s this week and we're meant to have rain and a little mix. So hopefully between that and the sunshine the next couple of days, it can be cleared off. Really puts a wrench in my plans, that is for sure. But I am just going to pretend this weekend that the snow is not abundant and I want to do some seed starting. I've got way over here that's just been sat for a while. Got some soil, some seed starting mix. I'm going to be repurposing egg cartons to do the seeds in, and we're just going to pretend that that's not happening. So that's the goal. We're gonna manifest actual spring weather. Also, I didn't get to show you guys, but I repotted my snake plant. And since I've repotted it, I've already started, like some of these shoots are coming up. I was really nervous about repotting it because it kind of scares me to like hold my plants by the roots, and I'm just not very good with plants to begin with. I'm so excited for this one. It's been alive for so long. This is the longest living plant I have ever had, but just got some shoots in there. Looks like we've got like a new little growth. And I'm not sure if this pot is too small or if I've got two separate plants. Like, would it be better, plant people, if I took this one out and put her in her own pot? I don't know. I should do some research, but I just rely off vibes when it comes to this stuff. So that's kind of the deal right now. My home needs tidying. It is Sunday, so we're not trying to like crank stuff out. However, it is my birthday tomorrow, so it would be nice to have a clean home to start off my birthday. How's it going? You want your shovel?
I want my shovel.
Okay. Did you find the scoop? It looks like the Arctic out there. I have been a lot less productive on a lazy Sunday than I thought I was going to. I thought I was gonna get it together to do a lot more stuff. But here's the thing, here's what happened. I tried to get Poppy to take a nap for like so long. Like I should have given up a little bit sooner. So I've been laid down with her for at least altogether over 2 hours. That's 2 different laying down sessions. And she's just not gonna fall asleep. I don't think. I think she is awake today. And because I've spent so much of my time just laying down, I don't really want to do anything. It's just kind of like zapping me of motivation. Now, and I would like to do some yoga. I've done a couple of yoga sessions over the last couple of days because I also have not been going to the gym as much as I would like to. So everything's just feeling kind of stiff. But since it's a lazy Sunday, I'm wearing my least favorite yoga pants, and they are like, they just fall down constantly. And because she hasn't taken a nap, it's hard to then get on my mat because my kids like to crawl all over me while I'm trying to do that. It's not been as productive as I wanted it to be. Dave is currently outside trying to get the snowblower to work because our driveway is, oh, it is working. Nice. Owen's outside helping him with that. And Mala was out there with them, and then she cut like the in-between on one of her paws, and she's currently like wrapped up tight. And Dave's gonna come back out in like a couple. No, these are mine. You have a snack already somewhere. You have a bunch of snacks. So Dave is going to have to come back inside in a few minutes and check her paw again. No, thank you. Trying to watch Dave through the window hurts so bad. It's so blinding. But he's coming back in right now, so that way he can check on Mala's foot. Oh, did you hear that? I need to get back to not keeping my phone in my pocket. I am like straying further and further from my little detox that I did like a couple weeks ago. And I just need to get back onto it and do other activities that are not scrolling. All right, in they come. Oh dear. You feel okay? You poor baby, huh?
Owen.
Dave just took Owen up to bed, and I'm just sitting here with Princess Malamu. She's chilling, aren't ya? Yeah. When Dave comes down, we'll probably check her paw, make sure she's doing all right. And then we are starting the 7th season of The 100 tonight. We have been like binging this show for a little while now, and it makes me want to read the books because they're based off of like a young adult sci-fi series, and I've just read like very small blurbs about the books, and it sounds totally different from the show, but we're really loving the show. So it was very sci-fi. You like start in space, and then there's apocalypse elements, there's fighting, there's gore. It's very like fast-paced, like something is always happening. More often than not, I can feel like my adrenaline just rising. So I'm really bad with watching shows, and like I am not good at starting them. Like I was going through and watching Kimmy Schmidt like forever ago, and then it got to a point where I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't watch. Oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? And then I just never picked it back up because I'm too nervous about the next episode. It's just like BoJack Horseman. I got most of the way through. I think I had like half a season left to finish watching the entire series, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't, like, oh, I'm so nervous. So luckily Dave is good at starting the series, but once we get going, once the episodes start coming, once I'm already sat, like we've binge watched like 4 to 5 episodes in a night, so I don't think that we will run through them that much. There's 16 episodes in this very last season because this is the final season. So I think if we get the kids to bed like at a reasonable time, we can usually crank out about 2 to 3 on like a work night, on like on a weeknight. But in the last couple of days we've stayed up until like 1, I think, watching season 6, so it's pretty good. I am making myself some jalapeno poppers. I should have like waited a little bit before I slam those in the oven and do like a quick little yoga sesh, but I guess not. I guess not. Oh, baby. So we're gonna keep a close eye on this little one and make sure that our wound doesn't get any worse, and obviously if it does, like, to the vet we go. Which is not fun, especially if it's in the middle of the night. Like there's no emergency vets near us. We have to drive like over an hour to get to an emergency vet. Woke up and it's so cold because the furnace just keeps kicking out all the time. So we've gone downstairs, given that a little kick, and it's my birthday. So I've opened this card from Dave's grandparents, and they wrote on the bottom, do not open before your birthday. So we've had this card sitting here for like the past couple of weeks. I look exhausted, probably because I am exhausted. And I've said this in December, but they send the best cards and like the most detailed cards a lot of the time. Like I've gotten in the past to my grandson's wife birthday card before. So this is their card that they sent this year. The song's not the best part. Do you see this candle? How good is that? That's so fun. With like the candle that you blow out. I love it. I can't play it. That's the second time I've played it, so Owen, stop that noise. Stop that racket. I'm gonna make myself some coffee. Somehow my house ended up filthier than after I cleaned it yesterday, which I guess is just the course of action around here. And also I've got a really bad case of the morning voice. We watched 3 episodes of The 100 last night, and I think since we've done like so many late nights that we probably need a little break and go to bed a little bit earlier. Plus I've got tryouts tonight, first day of tryouts tonight, and the snow is ridiculously piled high still, obviously. So with like all of that, I think I'm gonna be very tired, so maybe 1 episode, 2 episodes, because if the kids are in bed by 8 and they're 45-minute long episodes, so 1 or 2. So I think we went to bed or somewhere around like 11 last night, and that's just maybe a little bit too late for how I'm feeling at the moment. Tryout day 1 done. What a great birthday. It was really good. I'm so excited to get this going, and it just went really well. It went really smoothly, despite the fact that we had to be crammed in the gym. And I'm literally parked next to like 3 feet of snow. For the circumstances, great. It was wonderful. Next item up for business is to text my husband and decide where to go out to eat. And since it is my birthday, I get to pick, which I don't know if that is good or bad. I am feeling very indecisive, so I'll just take a quick little look at the map. Restaurants, please. For a little dinner, when Dave came back, we went to the Greek restaurant. They have amazing baklava. It's so good. It's so good, but the issue we have is that whenever we get the baklava, we're already so full, but we still both have our own. We don't need our own, but we both have our own. But it's just so good. But we were there literally last Monday, because Monday is our going out night anyway. Ooh, no, they're closed. It's hard on Mondays because so many things are closed. Ooh, we could do sushi. Dave loves to go to get hibachi, but I'm not a big hibachi girl if you're not in a big group. Like, it's fine, but just for the 2 of us to go get hibachi, it's so uncomfortable. Okay, they are open. I'm gonna call Dave and see if he wants to go get sushi. My birthday yesterday was so good, but like it was also a regular day. Like, you know, when you just have a good day, like everything runs smoothly, you get to do some things that you like. Like, it was that. Like, there was nothing that I did yesterday that I wouldn't do on a Monday. Like, I took my son to swim lessons, and then I met up with a friend and her kids at like the play space, and we got to sit and chat, and that was really nice. And then I had softball tryouts, and that went really well. And then I went out to dinner with my husband and a couple friends. Everything just went smoothly. Like, it was just a good day. And I think that just makes it the best birthday. Like, I am so happy with it. So this morning, it's Poppy's swim turn, which means I need to get in the pool with her. And we've got about 15 minutes before we have to leave. Our driveway is still crazy covered in snow. It's just like, let it end. Let it end. I just want it to be all done, go away. We'll be crammed in the gym again tonight for softball, and I'm like struggling to come up how I'm going to move around 25 kids and get done what we need to get done in the small space that we have and the small amount of time that we have. Also got like a nice bit of sleep last night as well, because since my mom's here, Owen stays downstairs with her. Poppy did wake up and come into our bed eventually, but she fell like right to sleep. I think that was a nice little snug. It's just such a good day. Oh jeez. What I do need to do today is I need to start up a grocery list. There's some things that for groceries that I just keep forgetting to put on the list and buy. So I need to do that. and I need to clear off the bar, and I need to put in a new house routine, like cleaning plan, and maybe just rough draft that for now. I can't remember if I mentioned this or not, but we had a bi-weekly cleaner for like a year and a bit, I want to say, and it was like the best purchase we've ever made, like best investment in our home and my mental load that we had ever done. But she's closing down because she owned the business, so she's now closing her business and going back into the medical field. So she got done, and her last day was meant to be yesterday, but it just didn't work out. So this week would have been our cleaning week, so all of the tasks that she did that I haven't had to like put a lot of thought into over the last year and a half are suddenly like things I need to start thinking about. So I really want to try, before we like think about finding a new cleaner, is to see if I can put together a cleaning routine, like maybe a bi-weekly one, not like an everyday one, but actually like put in a weekly routine that is sustainable and that I can feasibly do on a bi-weekly basis and not feel stressed about, because I do feel like I am in a spot where the cleaning tasks aren't as stressful as they once were. However, I'm still not as organized as I would like to be, and that just comes down to like trying to manage my brain a lot of the time. So yeah, I would like to like build maybe like a bi-weekly checklist, and then maybe like laminate it and put it somewhere in my house where I actually have to like physically check it off every day and have like the full, here's the 14 days of cleaning that I have to do. Because now I like kind of understand what works for our house and what things should be done every day and what things can be done every 2 weeks, what things can be done just once a week, and just kind of work from there. And because my reminders on my phone are not helping me as much do chore tasks, as much as they're reminding me of like, hey, the school has a themed day this day, or hey, get a birthday gift for so-and-so. And the big one for me that I always miss every year is Easter. And I always end up trying to go to the store on Easter Sunday, and it just does not work out. They're just not open. So just making sure that we get all the shopping in before then. So things like that, I think the reminders are gonna move to being used for instead of like choresy bits, but I just need to build it. Not good at that stuff. Okay, let's make sure before I go downstairs that I bring a bra to wear after swim. My mom brought my kids some tubes the other day, and they decided they wanted to do some tubing before we go into school today. I love when, oh, Ziggy, stop. I'm doing some laundry at the moment. It's my laundry timer. Remind me, make sure I get that. They're trying to help each other tube outside. What was I even saying? Oh, so I like Wednesdays and Thursdays because we don't have anything in the morning before school. So it's it's nice to have a bit of a slower start to the day, because with Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, we are out the door at 8:30. Which I understand that next year Owen's gonna start school, so every morning's gonna be an early morning, even earlier than the mornings that we've been having, but I'm just trying to enjoy these ones while they are here and while they last. But my mom brought my kids some little snow tubes, and they wanted to go out and use it. It's meant to be a bit warmer today, so just like a status update on the snow, because we had that big snowstorm over the weekend. This is kind of what we're dealing with today. This is how much we're rocking with. And it's meant to be rainy today and 44 or something degrees. So I think we'll get a bit of melt, but I don't know that it'll be a lot. But it's just fun to watch them outside right now. I love this. I am absolutely adoring this stage of life, even on the frustrating days. And I know that on those days, oh, sorry, you're zoomed in. Back up a little bit. I'm trying to like have a moment. Can you just like get out of my face? Okay, thank you. And I know that the bulk of those days that feel frustrating is because of my own sensory issues, which is also so frustrating to know that like it's like in here and like I'm trying to like battle internally on that stuff. So yeah, I am loving this time right now. I am also, because softball started and I am doing like hours of softball prep and planning and emails and all of that, like behind the scenes stuff on top of the actual 2 hours of like practice time, usually, give or take. Like, and that includes like going in early, setting up, staying late to converse, to debrief with my coaches and stuff. I am in the transition phase of managing these new responsibilities on top of everything else. So this coffee is so cold, by the way. Wanted to give you guys a little pup date too. She's no longer wearing a little wrap, which is good. It hasn't started bleeding again, which is even better. So she has been doing well. Stella was here the other day and they did a little bit of playing, but I don't really want them playing too hard out on the snow because with all of this rain and melt and then refreeze, everything's kind of just icy and crunchy and I don't want it to get cut open. She has done a little bit of playing and she's no longer all bandaged up, so we are good. She is healing very well. I'm so glad I didn't take that cover off of the porch swing, by the way. I planned to do it this past weekend. That storm day was going to be the day I was going to take the porch swing off, and look at how much water is pooled on top of the cover. Such a bummer. Right before I took Owen to school, like I'm talking, put your shoes on right before, I realized I was having a friend and her daughter over to hang out with Poppy and I while he was at school. I was like, oh my gosh, my house is a wreck. So I like whirlwind cleaned and I still didn't get everything done because by the time Poppy and I got home, Poppy was just having a little trouble with some stuff. So it was taking a very long time to wrap that up and make sure she was fine. So I did end up having to do a vacuum when they got here. I'm like, I am so sorry. I forgot you were coming. Thank you for coming. I forgot. Come in, let me vacuum first before you put your kiddo on my floor because it's covered in crumbs. All the crumbs. Oh my gosh, but we did it. It's good. It's good now. It's a very warm day. I thought it was meant to rain today. I feel like they keep pushing the rain back. Hello? She can hear me talking up here. They keep pushing the rain back and back. So I'm like, oh, is this ever gonna wash the snow away? You know what it is doing? Washing out our driveway. Our driveway is so hard to drive on right now because it had been so warm before all of the snow came. And because we didn't get a whole bunch of the snow off of our driveway, it's just muck. Like, I have almost gotten stuck multiple times. I almost got stuck the other day until I realized that, like, oh, I need to put my car into all-wheel drive to navigate this. And even with all-wheel drive coming back in today, after picking Owen up from school, I almost got stuck in the driveway again. So it's not been very fun in that way. So I'm hoping that over the next couple of days we can at least get the snow part off of our driveway because I feel like the melting snow on it is just adding to the sogginess. But I am going to be getting ready to leave very soon. My mom should be here shortly. So I do need to pick out some practice clothes because I am in my oldest hoodie. I've had this hoodie since like 2005. So it used to say Boston. It no longer says Boston, but I can't wear this to practice. What I do love about coaching is that everything, especially practice days, athleisure, very athleisure. Can you tell that my children touch my mirror? Oh my gosh. Holy cow. It's just a turkey just chilling in my woods right now. I don't know what I did to my knee, but just last night at tryouts, I like moved it wrong and it like popped like underneath. I felt like it was under my kneecap and it just hurt. It just hurt so bad. Yeah, that's fun. But right now I want to do a quick little like brain dump essentially to try to make a plan for cleaning. And I think I'm gonna start this by writing a list of things I want to do every day, a list of things I want to do every week, and a list of things I want to do every 2 weeks. And then I want to build a schedule from there. I think I've talked about this before. I'm pretty bad at holding down a cleaning routine because it gets boring. Like, cleaning is not fun to me. It gets boring, it's repetitive, and this is just like chores. It feels just like such a bummer to me. And also I spend so much time just scrolling and experiencing brain rot that it's hard to then do those kinds of tasks. So that's like a whole separate issue. It's like slowing down on the brain rot. But as far as cleaning goes, I need to make something visual. So my plan is to have a list. On that list is going to be 14 squares. And in those 14 squares is going to be like a little line on it to put the date for each of those squares. So this will be like a 2-week rotation, and I'm gonna laminate it, and then I want to use a dry erase marker to cross things off as I do them, because that is very that feels like a success to me if I can physically cross things off, which is why the reminders on my phone worked so well, because they do have a little button where you push it and it crosses it off for you. So I want to start doing chores in 2-week stints and then see how that works. And then anything that needs to be done less often, pulling out my stove and cleaning behind it, that will be a reminder to just remind me that this is a thing that needs to get done. So I think that's gonna be my newest plan for chores. Like I said, I've tried so many different things, and I think I'm just gonna continue to do so many different things in different ways to try to accomplish these tasks and stay on top of them, because they just get so dull and it gets hard for me to follow that routine or get into the routine of it. I'm gonna write down everyday chores, weekly chores, bi-weekly chores, and then try to build out a schedule from there, I think. I think I've got a good little start. Before I commit to laminating it, I think I'm going to do a few rotations with a paper copy where I actually cross it off and just use up some paper that way. So that way I can see if there's anything that I missed or anything I can, add in, or anything that could be moved to a different time. So if something that I have, which I don't think so, but if anything were on the bi-weekly that I'd rather do weekly, I can move it up to that before I commit to laminating it. Because ideally, if I'm gonna laminate it, I only want to do it one time. And again, this is based off of having our bi-weekly cleaner for a year and a half. And while we had her, it became more clear to me which things could be done just every 2 weeks when she came, and what could be done weekly and what things had to be done more often. So I think I have a pretty good base, which I didn't really have before. I just thought I'm always meant to be doing these things, which obviously there's so many resources and stuff online that you could try to look up, but I feel like they're always behind a paywall for some reason. This is just a chore chart. Why is your multicolored, multi-paged chore chart behind a paywall? Why am I paying for this PDF? I guess everything's a money-making scheme. Let's bring this paper with me and head back downstairs. I'm gonna be calling my friend today. This is also a part of my new plan to try to clean better and be better about cleaning. Is I have another friend who also, I hope she doesn't mind me saying this, does not enjoy cleaning and also stays at home. So I've decided, let's try a little body doubling. So let's video call each other where we can chat while we do our household chores. If we're able to, if our kids let us. Honestly, that's the biggest if our kids are willing to let us. We can just chit chat and do our chores together. And then it's buddying up, a little buddy system. And I'm really excited about it because it means not only am I getting stuff done, but she and I are speaking weekly. This is our second week trying, so that'll be later. All right, I'm coming down. That little virtual cleanup with my friend works so well for me. I was definitely moving. We were on the phone for 2 hours and 20 minutes, and some of that stuff we're just doing our thing because it's an appointment to clean. And it's like misery loves company, so she also doesn't want to clean. We don't want to be cleaning, but here we are, let's do it together. And it just works so much better for us, and I love it. It's great. I also get to connect with my friend, which is the best part. But even though I have like cleaned up, there's not a lot of like visual spots that I've cleaned. Like my bar is still an absolute mess. One of the things I did was clean my shower, so like that's not something I'm looking at. What, honey?
It's not out.
I can bring that out. Here you go. Come out up there first. Here you go.
No, you need to go now.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
You go down.
Okay.
Mama, you want to throw it out now?
I don't know. I've done so much laundry today too. Like I've put away 2 loads of laundry, I folded a load of laundry, and I've washed and dried a load. So I feel pretty good about that, if I'm honest.
Mama, it needs to be that way.
It needs to be that way. Do you need some help with that? All right, let me see. Wow, you're doing yoga? Whoa! Softball went great. I stopped off and did a quick little grocery shop. And today I learned that we have more snow coming. So excited for that. We are winding down right now, and I gotta get the kids to bed, and then Dave and I are gonna cuddle on the couch and watch some more of the 100. We only have like 5 episodes left of the whole series. So I'm excited for that. I just want to like wind down and chill and just like take a big breath, because tomorrow is Friday and that's like our busy day. Oh, is our car stuck? My mom's trying to leave right now. It looks like our car is stuck in our driveway because it's so mucky wet, gross, because of all the snow melting, and it's raining all day. I think she drove over the mud. Message my husband. As I was saying, I'm trying to like do a big wind down, relax, like get the kids to bed, watch the 100 and just chill, because then in the morning we have gymnastics in school, and then the Fridays are just like the days. So I'm gonna end this one here. Hopefully my mom will get unstuck. Yeah, let's end this so I can at least help her if I need to. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll meet you back here in the next one.